What's up, folks? Can you guys hear me okay? Domingo, what's up? Uh oh. Yeah, I don't get to do this as much as I like when it's work stuff. Typically, it's gotta be digital. This is a sketch for one of my patrons on Patreon. Thanks, dude. Just kind of jumping into this, trying to warm up a little bit. We have like these little dead, evil little eyes. Yeah, it definitely changes. Um, I don't have the benefit of that really loose under sketch. I mean, I can do it. I mean, there's kind of a sketch here, but I just go about it differently. I'm not as willy nilly as I am digitally because I know I can always erase it or whatever. Um, but yes, it's slightly different. Not feeling her. Not feeling her face. What's up, Yay JJ Colors? Thanks. Dim curves. I wanted to have slightly exaggerated features. Like I wanted to have big ears for some reason. She's like the big-eared assassin. She probably hates him. But you know what? They probably make her able to hear her enemies better. Oh boy. The zipper, if it was zipped up, it would be all the way at her neck. It wouldn't be down there by her lower crotch area there. Yeah, that's funny. Probably have a like far away look in my eyes when I'm drawing. Can't. Well, I guess I can. There's a delay, so I can kind of look up and see it. It's pretty funny. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her face yet, but her arms are not gonna actually be attached. They're gonna kind of be magnetic, kind of floaty arms. Suspect she can just like throw her whole arm at someone with these knives and and kill them. What are you talking about, man? I'm not even painting yet. arms are really long. I kind of like that. It's not creepy. Hey, what's up, Cass? Yeah, just doing some. What's up, Twixer? Yeah, just doing something a little different today. You know, why not? Cassandra, where you going hiking? How about that hairstyle? You know what? I'm gonna give her cornrows. It's been a long time since I joined anyone with cornrows. Oh, it was actually really good, man. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorites. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect that. Yeah, it was really good. If you're thinking about going to see it, I would suggest definitely checking it out. Time to get moving. My watch reminds me to exercise. I should listen. I want her arms to be kind of elongated. They're a little longer than average arms. Just kind of makes her feel more elegant. There's a certain look I'm going for these weapons she's holding, and I haven't gotten it yet. That'd be cool. Weird. I'm not feeling about this leg. Eyes really long. Right. Why? Small breastises. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet today. No particular reason. It's just I'm still trying to figure out where I want to take this. Yeah. kind of happy with where this is going. Get these fingers right. I'm not like trying to make a super clean pencil piece here. I'm probably gonna ink this, so I'm not really trying too hard to keep it super clean. Maybe the wrists are detached too. That'd be interesting. I do that in a cool way. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna do. Don't make her feel too broken. Just need some type of fabric, maybe something. Show me her hair over here. I like her hair kind of coming straight down because it looks like she's coming out of a pool of blood or something. Like she's just killed so many people. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I can. His hair in here. She's murdered a lot of people. Let's see. Blind Cricker, what's up, man? Do I have a sketchbook anymore? I do. I kind of started one recently. I don't know what the hell it is. Not too much in it right now. I don't know where I'll put it. That should kind of show you how much I use it. My sketchbook is kind of digital now. Since her hands and arms are excuse me, are mechanical. She's not really worried about cutting herself, so I think I'm gonna make her her knives might not have like hand protectors, you know, like the slides or whatever to prevent damage. Maybe there's grips on them, but and protect her hands. It's kind of weird, like it's just kind of going away from me, but it doesn't feel as long as the other knife. I mean, foreshortening, yes, but I mean, it should still feel. We'll get that right. Maybe it's the problem might rest with this knife actually. I'm gonna have little notches back. No. Yeah, I do work there. I'm on the Hearthstone team, and yeah. The stuff I draw on my stream here is never going to be work related. You know, like I am a professional artist, but I'm an artist, you know, personally too. I mean, when I started drawing, I didn't even know you could be a professional concept artist. So, yeah, I do this as well, you know. It's like if you take a professional basketball player, it's like you know, every basket he makes, whether he's playing a game or not, counts towards his, you know, his stats, his pro stats. It doesn't work that way. Put this arm a little bit. I'm kind of comfortable where this is going. See, some of this blood would have been dripping back down. Off her hands as well. Maybe the blood is kind of goopy too, like it's. Maybe that's too much. No. I'll tell you, what I do know is that I'm liking the stuff they're doing. I can appreciate what's going on over there. Oh, I like them curves. Like I said, I'm gonna give her cornrows. Back when I was coming up, cornrows like on chicks were like a big thing. Now you kind of barely see it. I'm gonna kind of add them here. Maybe just here. Maybe the side of her head, like there. The side of her head is shaved. It's just at the top. Oh, maybe. I'm not touching that one, but yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that. That's funny. Something about them thigh highs. Go 70. Thanks for the follow, man. I didn't see it pop up there. It popped up on my watch. Let's see. Yep. Well, there's a few. Let me. So no, Rocab was earlier. Rivers was earlier too. The Angry Monster. I guess that's supposed to be. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So what is she going to be wearing? Can't really have. She can't really have a hoodie because with all those cornrows. Oh, you know what? She could have a hoodie with a hole in the back, like her hair is kind of going down between her hood, and the hood just kind of pulls over. That'd be kind of interesting. It's connected to the side here instead of the shoulders. Oh, let me see. See how that feels. Oh, this could be part of it. Oh yeah, like that. There's something in to kind of keep it static a little bit. Static, but just a little more shaped. Mm-hmm. see. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. What's up, Blind? Oh, I said Blind Cricket. Saw you before, but what's up again anyway? Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Oh, this should be dope. Let's see. Coming around. Maybe he's here. So this shape. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Her leg is kind of twisted. Now, I kind of like that pigeon toe kind of cute stance that some girls have. I can imagine her feet would kind of almost be like pointing at each other. I'm gonna draw on the table, but you know, like they'd be down here. That'd be kind of dope. Her silhouette isn't very strong, but I'm okay with that because her shapes are very curvy. I guess it makes up for a weak silhouette. No, I think she's an assassin, so I mean, she wants to have probably the smallest, less interesting silhouette, least interesting silhouette as possible. You know, so she's not picked out in the crowd, or she's just people can just look beyond her. Weird, but who knows? All right, I think I'm gonna start inking this soon. I think I already know where I can take it. So, what about this? It's weird. It's those damn ears. Let's see. The other one was kind of tucked in. I wanted to have big ears. I'm gonna give her big ears. I need to bring this one out a little bit. Is this showing up on camera? Move it over here. My hand is all in the way. Cool. Now imagine she has some kind of black shirt on, and this gives me a chance to kind of toss in my logo, like right on her shirt. You guys know I kind of have a love for trying to get my logo into these things. So I'm going to start kind of going up at an angle like this. Cool thing is I can kind of use this logo to kind of suggest the shape of her body. Maybe it's kind of wrapping around her torso a little bit. Little drips coming down. That should be fun. Okay. So yeah, I'm about to start inking this. Maybe not yet. Wait. We kind of figure out what her cornrows are going to be doing. Excuse me. Let's drink a soda. That seriously is a face cam. That's kind of creepy. Oh, that's funny. Can't see if it's off screen. Can't see what? The feet? Oh, I see. I was sketching down there. You couldn't see. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's try this. Let's do this. New webcam. Nope, I don't want that. Yes, this one I want. Properties. Configure video. Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, you can see a little more now. There you go. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. right, so typically when I come back into ink, I'm gonna use my gummy eraser here. What I like about these gummy erasers, for all you traditional artists, you should know, these they don't create debris like you know, when you erase, you see there's nothing left. It's, but when you use like those like white erasers, they kind of just shed, and you know, you brush them off and whatever. Another cool thing about these things are that you can kind of make them into a shape kind of like this, like a rounded edge, and you can just kind of roll it around on your piece and kind of lighten it up a little bit. So you're not you can kind of determine how much detail you want to remove before you start inking. You know, and it's not super destructive. It's kind of helpful. Cause sometimes I would do like pretty cool illustrations, and then damn if I wouldn't just erase too much of it. It would piss me right off, and kind of would have to draw it again. You can even, you could even roll them. And a cool way to pick up some of that extra lead, so I can actually see what I'm inking. Typically, I would do this whole this process in blue line, but it really wouldn't show up well on camera. So I decided to just go with old school pencil, so you guys could see what I was doing. Whoops. Almost knocked over my webcam. All right, so it should be kind of good enough. That's crazy. All right. So typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of try to outline some of the larger things and figure out some things here. So the first thing I really want to figure out is this shirt, because I want to get that logo in right away. It's kind of hard to see. I got big hands. Have you seen a lot of my digital work? This kind of follows the same practice as far as outlining and inking. You know, you want your heavy line weights on the bottom, things like that. There's some information I didn't put in here, like the little divots where her legs meet those thigh highs. Because I kind of already know that I'm going to put them in there. I remember her arms are not actually attached to her body, so I don't want to touch where I just inked. So let's see. Nice brush. You gotta have that upper slope. Yeah. See, you know, you guys know I draw Shasta Jones, and she has those huge breasts. This is more my speed right here. That is more my speed. Shape-wise, everything. I wish I could draw nails. You can draw, and welcome, by the way. Yeah, you can mush them around to get the creative juices flowing. Not sure what you were mentioning, but I didn't look up here. Let's see. The Angry Monster. Yep. Just takes time, a lot of practice. Yep. Sometimes you'll so it's something you'll have to commit to. That's for sure. That's exactly right. Stick figure. Hey, that's where I started. I started with stick figures, so that's actually a really good place to start. Yeah, there's plenty of resources out there. Yep, definitely YouTube, Google, Pinterest. Absolutely. Oh goodness gracious! Look at this. This pen is leaking. See that? This is going in the trash. This is looking like pretty cool. It's a little too thick. Stuff I'm working on now. I don't want to feel it out a little bit before I commit too hardcore. Let's see. My logo, it seems like a fairly simple logo, but it's pretty complex to draw, honestly. Because of my initials that I knocked out, the JK. It's kind of complex for me to draw. Some of you guys might be able to just knock it out, but I'm looking for my logo. There it is. Actually, I need to kind of go back in here and make sure we're putting this in the right place. I don't want to mess this up. This is important to me. And digitally, you know, you could just drop this in here. We don't have to really worry about it. So basically, that shape, curve, it's the K. When it hits that brush, it's gonna kind of pop up a little bit. Not a lot, because she's got like little mosquito bites. But yeah, no. It is what it is. Okay, the K kind of down. Well, that's interesting. See, I was about to make a mistake. It's about to mess up my own logo. It would have been terrible. Yep. The Angry Monster knows what he's talking about, he or she. I guess an Angry Monster could be a woman too. Don't want to assume. I know what I did. So I can't see the lurkers. I'm sure there's something you can add to this, some extension you can use or someplace you can check. See the lurkers, but I see there's more people in here now, so just welcome. And thanks for hanging out with me. Trying to get my logo right. This doesn't have to be perfect. Like, for some reason in my head, like I want my logo to be like super perfect, but it doesn't really have to be. I mean, especially on a surface like this. Especially on a surface like this. You want to show, come back a little bit. All right. We're going to just do the artistic license thing here. And I'm going to do a quick outline of the overall thing. I go from there. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit too. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. It just has to be recognizable as my logo. This is a good thing to do too, to kind of sneak your logo into your images or whatever, your name or whatever, because nowadays with the internet being what it is, people will take your stuff and use it for whatever they want to use it for. So yeah, try to sneak in your logo so you have something Proof is yours. Now, if you stream yourself creating it, then you're good to go. That's still not right. Urgh. Watch, this logo is going to be the hardest thing for me to get right on this whole piece. It's kind of funny. Gotta get into my Zen logo state here. Let's see. Ooh, I'm just gonna draw it. I know what it looks like. My brain already has the information. I'm just overthinking it. So I'm just gonna put the lines down and let the chips fall where they may. Like I said, it doesn't have to be super perfect. The art is never going to be perfect. You're gonna get tired of hearing me say that, but you're about to watch me. You know, you're about to see that happen right now. So I know it's real. All right, so have some drips. That's what my logo does. My logo drips. My logo has a cool history. It started with a friend of mine named Maya Bailey. He's a tattoo artist in Atlanta, and he owns a tattoo shop called the City of Ink. And his logos incorporate dripping stars, and the dripping stars are, in his case, it was he wanted to inspire his city, which is the city of Atlanta, and he was using his talents and his business sense and his skills to inspire other people in his city. So the dripping is the idea of inspiration, kind of dripping down onto the people of his city. And for me, that's my boy. It was a great idea, so I incorporated it into my logo, as did many other artists that kind of fall into that fold. And mine is like to inspire other artists. That's super important to me. I was inspired by another artist at a really young age. His name is Joseph Silver, and I kind of attribute the fact that I'm still drawing today to him. So you just never know where inspiration can take someone's life. What's up, Uber Blackthorn? What's up? How you been, man? I saw you yesterday. Art by Bear. What's up, man? Let's see. Oh, I've never even heard of Control Paint. Is it dope? I'm gonna have to stop talking while I ink this part. Can't think in ink. Kind of funny. Almost done. I can fatten that up because I'm actually going to wind up dropping blacks into her shirt. A lot of folds around her, where her kind of midsection bends. Kind of twists and contorts right there. Now here's the thing, and it probably makes perfect sense to you guys. When I draw techie things, I like to use a pen as opposed to a brush. Just more control. Not to say you can't have that much control with a brush, because you can. For something quick like this, it's just a little easier. It's just showing up. Can you guys see this okay? Let's see. Oh, thanks a lot. Angus Lee, I appreciate that. I'm an idiot. What's up? That's good. I was watching a YouTube video. Now this, too much awesomeness in one day. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. David Finch and Jim Lee, Craig Gasm, also the forever talented Adam Hughes. Yeah. All badass artists. Have I drawn traditionally on stream before? No. I haven't, but I've only been streaming for like 2 weeks or something. I haven't been streaming for a long time. The last time I drew traditionally was when I was in the Bahamas about 3 weeks to a month ago. I don't know how long ago it was now. Isha, when was I in the Bahamas? Okay, yeah, it's about 3 weeks ago. Just got this really tight, long shirt, pseudo dress thing on. I could have done this with a brush. I probably will whip my brush out in a second here. All right, let me get this in here. That's something I regret not putting in here. Let's see if I can still manage it. Just gonna draw them in. Maybe I can. Maybe I can have it kind of go off this way. Gigantic kind of strings that she uses to kind of cinch her hood. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, and I'm not sure if you guys know, but if you go to my YouTube channel, which you can find down below, I put one of my tutorials on YouTube for free this weekend. So if you have a chance to get in there and watch it, it was actually the first tutorial that I ever created, and it's actually still one of my favorites. Kind of takes you from the beginning of my process all throughout the end, like all throughout. So you kind of see everything. So this stuff really isn't here. I'm kind of making this stuff up right now as I go. But can't really mess this up. I mean, just gonna go into the hood. All right, so I'll make that. Who's to say this skirt wouldn't fit an assassin? It depends on who's creating it, right? Maybe she uses her sex appeal as a distraction to assassinate horny men. It's interesting when people try to dictate to you what uh, an assassin is. Like it's such a or a thing is. You know, like as a creative person, as an artist, like that's kind of like a shot in the nuts. Like that's just the best way I can put that. Why limit creativity? In fact, I just saw a movie called Ghost in the Shell recently. Um, she was kind of half butt naked throughout the whole movie. Well, I know she was a robot, but she is too. um, what's up, Lazy? How you doing? All right, so with this, wait, no, let's wait. Just kind of put this in. Oh man, did I smear that? Oh no, I didn't. Nah, I don't agree with you. I actually enjoyed Ghost in the Shell. The whitewash thing never even crossed my mind. Um, in fact, I mean, they let you know that the original person, the ghost, was not a Caucasian. And I mean, the motivation there, I would think, would be because, um, in the world today, I mean, if you wanted someone to look pretty generic, like default, I mean, it seems like white is like default, you know. So, you know, you that would probably be who you would want to be, this assassin, so they could travel throughout the world and kill people. I mean, and fit in or blend in. You know, like when I was in Bahrain, it was all Middle Eastern people. If I saw a white dude, it didn't jump out to me. You know, but it's funny. You know, I live in Irvine, and it's mostly white people. When I see a black, it's mostly white and Asian. When I see a black person, it instantly jumps out to me. Um, so I mean, a white assassin would blend in just great here. So I don't know. It just kind of made sense to me. I don't think they ever actually said that, but the fact that they were both Caucasian, the male and the and major, it just it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all. I mean, it was a robot for God's sakes. I mean, for all we know, when it was damaged and it was being fixed with like the little printer, 3D whatever thing that was, they could have probably made themselves look like totally different people. That's just my perspective. Yeah, I mean, that didn't bother me. I mean, you know, a lot of things change in adaptations. You know, I mean, you look at, I mean, even like the superhero movies. I mean, a lot changes in those for the sake of film. I don't know. I think I just either I enjoyed it or I didn't, and I enjoyed Ghost in the Shell. I mean, just as simple as that for me. At least for me. I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to feel the same way, but I just didn't have the same hangups as everyone else. Oh, here's my. Ah. Yeah, so this shirt is actually the most difficult part of this piece, for me at least, or it definitely will be. I mean, it's funny, you know, coming from a biracial perspective, how many people are upset about this movie being whitewashed, but they're not worried about all the other movies that have been like whitewashed um, previously. Um, I don't know. I just don't think it's such a big deal. I haven't saw. I mean, of course, this could be taken however you want. It could have been edited to death. Someone shared a video of Japanese people, um, their reaction to that, and from what I understand, like the whole whitewashing thing, you just had to be explained to most people. Like they didn't even consider it. But again, you know, editing and you know just using what works for your message, of course, you know, could have been easily done. I'm sure some of you guys have seen that video floating around on Facebook. This is Pilot Pocket Brush Pen. Um, this is weird. Like it's the like everyone has these now. They used to be super hard to find. I actually had to order mine on like Amazon like years and years ago, or just online. It wasn't. I don't even think Amazon was a thing. This pen is like 10 plus years old, and it still works like when I first got it. So yeah, so Pentel Pilot or Pentel. I forget. It's Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. I think is what it's called. If you search that in Google, you'll get it. Yeah, this thing is amazing. It's my baby. It's cool. Like the here we go. Here are the ink refills. So you just you know when you run out of ink, you just pop a new one in. Some people actually refill them with ink, but I buy theirs. They work great. So they're not very expensive. Yeah, this is a popular brush pen. You can see mine is old though. Like it's kind of wearing it. Like the text is kind of wearing away. So for the people who are just getting these, know that they last a long, long time. And it's not like a brush that you have to like take so much care of. That's why I'm kind of leery to put like different ink in it because you know if it dries weird, it can totally screw your brush up and push your bristles apart. With this, that's just never happened. Of course, you put the cap back on, and that probably saves the pen. But I'm just gonna stick to the suggested ink. And I mean, it's pretty black. I mean, it's waterproof. It's archival. It doesn't turn like that weird orange brown kind of color over time. So let's see. I mean, maybe. I mean, you know, if you lose those people, then so be it. I mean, I'm sure you with the comic movies, you know, you lose like diehard fans. You know, if everything's not exactly the same, but I don't know. That just doesn't bother me very much. I mean, it has to be a total. I'll give you an example. Okay, here's an example where it bothered me. I can think of one. So, if you saw that movie Wanted, where people could like bend bullets, like that was nothing like the comic. Like the bullet bending, yeah, sure, that was part of it. But dude, the main character was a villain. Like he was absolutely like he was of course he was an assassin. He was like raping supermodels. Like he was like a villain, and they turned him into like a super good guy. Um, so I mean, like that comic was totally different. The movie wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, I enjoyed certain aspects of it for sure. Um, could it have been better? Possibly. Yeah, probably. If they stuck more to the original thing. I don't know if in our society if it would have gone over well. I mean, there was a character in the comic that was totally made out of shit. Like his name was something shit. Like he was just a big. He was like the Thing, but he was made out of poop. So I don't know if that's gonna hold up. Um, how the ratings would work. Oh man. I mean, I guess some of them are pretty close. I mean, they as far as like shot composition for Ghost in the Shell, I mean, they were pretty right on point. If memory serves me, like I have the DVD somewhere around here, um, and I remember some of those shots. So that was cool. I was happy about that. The fight scenes became a little samey, but I did just watch the new Fast and Furious movie, and I was just telling some other people, maybe before you guys got in here, that it was pretty dope. I was surprised. I thought, okay, wow, this is like the eighth Fast and Furious movie. What can they possibly do? And yeah, I enjoyed it. Did anything else good come out this weekend? It was good, yeah. I say as far as Fast and Furious the movies go, the first one was my favorite, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one too. My second favorite was Tokyo Drift. I don't know why. I really enjoyed Tokyo Drift. Um, and then the third was this most recent one, eight. DK Drift King. Yeah, it's just good. I actually liked. I like both of the main character. Well, I like the main character. I forget his name. The guy with the like the Texas accent. I forget his name, but I also think that Bow Wow that was Bow Wow, right? I think he was good in it too. His little his Hulk car, that was dope. So I'm gonna come back in here and do this with white. So to the person that mentioned the assassin's outfit, I didn't mean to jump all down your throat, but I'm very passionate about that aspect of what I do. Thus, the creation of Shasta Jones. Dang, America's damn man. So if I was like so and so ruined the whole whatever, it would sound really racist, wouldn't it? Just because Americans do it a different way or whatever doesn't mean that it can't be done the original way wherever the original way came from. Let's see. Yeah, Too Fast and Too Furious is whack. Yeah, I misunderstood what you were saying. What's up, 10 Kimmy? I'm just drawing armless assassin chicks, as I do. As I do. Like I said earlier on, this is for one of my patrons on my Patreon site. I have a tier where people can get a free piece of art, free sketch. Well, not free sketch; they pay for it, but so it's kind of a way of getting a commission without really getting a commission. I kind of draw what I want to draw, and try to make it as dope as possible. So they have something that's kind of like directly from me, not my idea of what your idea is. You know, if any of you guys are interested, you should probably check it out. I gotta wait for that to dry. Doesn't matter. Happy little accidents. While that dries, I can just ink this. I mean, I kind of loosely have this arm drawn in. I'm sure things will be created and made up as I go in regard to the finer details. So you can still do tech with a pen. I mean, with a brush, but it is more challenging. With the more and more I get warmed up, the easier it will be to do. So you guys have any questions? Get Jamar art. Hey, you got some Jamar art, man. What's up, Zach? We're gonna play some Overwatch later today. You might not have known this, but the guy we were playing with on Friday was it Thursday? No, it was Wednesday. He's actually my art director. No, that was Thursday. He was the director of Hearthstone, art director of Hearthstone. I'll send you more information on that Spain workshop to Barcelona nonstop. If any of you guys are in Spain, I'll be there next month, end of next month, doing a workshop with some other talented artists, Kaylin Chalk, Dan Levissi, so many. There's like 8 artists. What'd you say, baby? Yeah, Alex Constad is going. He's a beast. Just beasts on beasts. Me, I'm the noob in the crew. The hand's a little wonky, but who cares? We'll get it right. We will get it right. That should be dry now. Now that's not dry. Oh, traditional inks. Are you guys able to see this stuff okay? Like, is my big head in the way? Because I'm kind of leaning over. Oh, no. You can just kind of see the top of it there. Sweet. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's a really good guy. I'm not just saying that because he's my boss. He legit is a good dude. Well, anytime your boss will play Overwatch with you, gotta be a cool guy. So this might seem weird. Well, not too weird. I mean, it kind of makes sense that if you learn how to ink with a brush, then that transfers directly over into drawing on a pad or tablet, Cintiq, Wacom tablet, whichever. Yep, at least for me it did. It was just direct transference. It felt really similar. Kind of fatten that arm up a little bit. Felt a little too weird a little too skinny when I was just laying down that ink, so can make executive decisions when you ink. I'm gonna start laying in some things with my pen here. What do we got? Kindred Concepts. When doing deck art, top down is always the best. You should have additional light sources that remove as many shadows as possible. Pro tip. Are there a lot of shadows? Like the way I have it set up, like the light is coming from the left, so it's pushing the shadow to the right. There's another light over here, but it's not really getting too much of a shadow. Not in that way. Hey, what's up, Chief Rocco? Let's see. Even though you're looking at the screen and not at where you're drawing. Yeah, there's a disconnect there, but it's still hand control. It's like fine like motor skills in your hand to control what your hand is doing. You will start compensating for that that break sooner or later, but you do have to compensate for it, and it's not the same as drawing on a Cintiq. Cintiq is literally like drawing like this, like 1-to-1. It's just like this. You said maybe a little diffused light source for flatness. Yeah, maybe if I do this a lot, I'll probably buy something that a better lighting system or something. Hey, what's up from Germany? Eric Frost Art, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, this is something I continue to do a lot. And yeah, I can see kind of investing in something like that. It's a little too thick for it. No, kind of use it quick too. Yeah, it's a little too thick. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope more people watch it. I want to. I know a lot of people have already bought it, but hope it kind of gets out there, and I hope people get something from it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for sharing that, Domingo. Appreciate it, bro. The Angry Monster, what were you saying? Let's see. How many finished designs do you usually finish in a day? Or you produce a lot of quick design, which would be finished at a later date? It really depends on what we're doing. Like my concept situation is a little different because on the game I work on, typically things move from concept to actual in-game assets. So it's kind of with us throughout its whole lifespan, from concept to inception. So it varies. I mean, from doing UI stuff to figuring out what like characters from the Mean Streets of Gadgets Zen are going to be like. You know, it really varies. There's no definite answer for that. I mean, other games that I've worked on, the concept art I did never saw the light of day. I did a lot of stuff on. I worked on all the Call of Duty Black Ops games, all three of them, and yeah, those concepts never saw the light of day. For almost every concept I do on the current game I'm working on shows up in game. Remember, I made her have big ears. She has big ears on purpose. Because why not? Some people are born with big ears and they have to learn to love them. So she's going to have to love her big ears. Actually, I learned a lot from How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. So I learned how to break anatomy down into shapes. Hogarth is another that I learned, but mostly from watching. Make sure my son's not out here. Watching porn, honestly. I mean, there's naked people. You can freeze well, it was VCRs back then, so you could freeze the tape and draw directly from it. So yeah, so you can see that kind of influenced my art. So, but you know, I've kind of answered this before, but you weren't in here. But you know, once you start having girlfriends, so when I was 15, 16 years old, that became available to me. Look at them big ears. Oh no, a lot of the fish sausage. That's a cool name. It got used, but it became a 3D asset. So you don't actually see the illustration unless they release an art book or some type of art journal update or something on their website. But as a concept artist, you know, like the whole, like your work getting scrapped, like because it's not being used, you kind of have to learn to deal with that early on, because that's gonna happen. I mean, not every idea is gonna work, and you really can't fall in love with it, you know. What do we have here? The Angry Monster. Wait. All right. Monster. To answer my question, I'm applying for a position in environment design for a company and was wondering what a general workday would be. It takes me a few hours to finish one piece from sketch to finish. Oh, that's fine. And every project's different. I mean, even where I work, every team, and depending on what they're concepting, is a little different, and different time frames are expected. Different artists work differently. I mean, there might be an artist who is really great with shape language and just design, but it might take them a little longer. So do you sacrifice a little time for someone who has like a great eye for design and is really creative? Possibly. Yes, again, it depends on your art director and the team you're on and how fast you need to pump things out. And honestly, the more you do it, the faster you'll get. Insightful. It's good to know because I work on a personal project where I really want to nail the anatomy down. Due to so many body types, you can use any. You can use it and iterate. Yeah, absolutely. Sketch so it's lit. Thanks a lot. Bambi Sayajin. I probably just butchered your name, but what's up? Welcome. Todi. I don't. What is that? Acrylic? What is the name of that language? Russian. What do they speak, Keisha? What do Russians speak? No, not Russian. It's the language. The written language is something different, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But there's a language. Help me out, guys. I'm terrible with languages. Okay, that's Russian, but is there a different name for the actual written Russian language? It's not?
No.
Oh, I thought there was. Listen, I don't speak Russian. Like, okay, for example, how many people know all the, like, you know this, but how many people know all the dialects of Arabic? Probably very few people, right? Right?
Oh, you're talking.
Yeah, I'm talking to you,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Like, your dad knows them because he's an Arabic linguist. But yeah, I'm terrible with languages. It's acrylic. Yeah, that's what I said. So their script is that's what their script is called. So like their written language is called that. Who's going to the gym about to do the stair steppers? Well, how are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. You guys had me thinking I was crazy. Cyrillic? Is that how you say it? Slavic written alphabet. Oh, okay, I see. Sausage, awesome name by the way. So understand the industry a bit more. Yeah, I don't mind. As long as you don't ask me like too many details about the project that I'm currently working on or things like that, I can kind of help you guys out. Generally talking about the industry for sure. One thing I definitely discussed, and you guys probably, it seems like you guys are aware of that based on this chat room, but I call it Netiquette, but other people might call it something else. It's basically how you carry yourself online can really affect you in this industry too, because whether you know it or not, this industry is like really small and word travels fast. I mean, like I've been in the industry for what, maybe 8 years now, and I probably know someone at every major, you know, gaming company. I mean, the industry's small, and then when you look at just concept art and the actual artists, it just gets that much smaller. So yeah, be careful how you conduct yourself. Treat people with respect. Don't be a douche canoe. Don't be that guy, you know, or that gal. And because people might check into you online, they might Google you. You know, Google's scary right now. Oh, you're going hiking. Cass, where are you going hiking? What's your favorite and least liked color combination? I don't have a favorite or least liked. Color to me is you know, my coworker Charlene is gonna hate this because she is a color fiend. But color to me is just a thing. It's not something I'm super passionate about or have any favorites. It's just part of how light works. I've seen colors used in combinations I would have never thought of that I thought was genius, and the same colors used terribly in other respects. So I don't really have. Oh, Big Bear, damn, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. I still haven't been up to Big Bear. That should be awesome. How are you going today? Oh, you're there now. Oh, very cool, very cool. I need to get up there. I think I missed some questions. Let's see. Oh, Chief got it right? Yeah. Thanks, Chief. He's a smart dude. So, yeah, so it is acrylic. Okay. Rule number 1, don't be a dick. That's right. Straight up. We weren't going. How is that new Hearthstone booster pack? If you're talking about the Journey to Angoro, it's amazing. Go buy all the packs right now. It's a lot of fun. And when you get the Angoro map to pop up, see if you can get the volcano to explode.
You're supposed to tell me.
The volcano explodes. Okay. It's all over Reddit. My wife likes to find the clickables on her own. Well, she still has to find it. She'll never find it. Like, I can tell you that. It's something you have to know. Have fun with that. That's awesome. Have fun hiking. Toast erupted it last night. That's cool. Thanks, Borderline Genius. I appreciate it. And welcome. Thanks a lot. I painted that board. Oh, but you know what? I did paint it, but my man Zwicker does the clickables, and he's a beast. He kind of brings my static painting to life with like all the idle animations, and he's just really good. Really talented guy. That's what I like about Blizzard. Like everyone knows what they're doing. That's just a good feeling. I'm finally starting to loosen up with this a little bit. Reddit is the worst. Yeah, Reddit can be a little weird sometimes. Very interesting. A lot of anger about everything. Not just video game related, it's just a lot of anger. So I'm tossing this piece all around the board. On my little drawing board. I used to always have a drafting table when I was young, but now that everything's digital, I just have this little drawing table that I set up when I need to. Just so I'm just not drawing completely flat. Oh, my hand is kind of casting the shadow. I better keep my hand away. Oh, drawing cornrows is no fun, but they look cool. Here's the thing. Here's a little tidbit of knowledge about me. I hate to draw chains because the practical side of me realizes that the chains that I draw won't work. They're not functional. And for someone who grew up reading Spawn comics, and Spawn was like my favorite hero, and all those chains, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a weird thing. So when I draw chains, it kind of stresses me out. Little known fact about me. Kindred factoid. Reddit and 4chan are on the same level of. Oh yeah. Oh man. We got from the world discussed also. The hobbies is awesome. It is awesome, but it's just a lot of anger. I mean, there's a lot of trolling. There's a lot of. I go to Reddit every day, so it's just something that you just learn to accept as part of that. Not justifying it one way or another. It exists that way. And of course, probably not every subreddit is the same way as all the others. I'm sure they have different things going on, but you know, my general experience is a lot of anger. Something I thought was really interesting about Reddit was, if you guys remember when they had the Boston bombing, and it's like the Redditors were figuring out what was going on before anyone else. Like they were dissecting the situation. It was crazy. That was pretty amazing to see. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Super true. My little sporty assassin here. Need a tiny, tiny pen. I have a high-tech C. Where is it at? Here's one, but this is brown. I don't want to use this one. Where's my high-tech? There it is. This is like the finest pen that I own. Let me see if I can kind of zoom back in so you guys can kind of see a little closer what I'm doing. I'll try to draw a little higher, so. Yeah, she is, man. What booty shorts? That's all skin. This is all skin right here. So I was gonna try to zoom in and see. And kind of see what I'm doing with her. Face all super close up. Come on, baby. I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth. As much as I can see, really? Let's try that. That's it. Yeah, this pen is like super, super fine. Somebody uses to draw all her little strands of hair. If you guys are in here before, you know that this is kind of comforting to me. Doing small little things like this. Kind of like when I do the stubble on bald heads. And I enjoy this part. I don't know why. Actually, this is a little too thin. I have one. Thanks. Do it like this. This is fine. It's a little too thin. Hand is in the way. You guys have to bear with me while I get used to doing traditional streams. You can see like these things aren't perfect. Like they're not all the right distance apart and whatever, but get the idea. She's got temple tapers. She's bald headed on the side. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just gonna give her short hair. But I'll get around to it. Let's see. I've already done the baseball bat chick. She's one of my crew girls. You remember her? I like those knee highs, do you? See you later, man. Good night. All right, let's see. Or she's mad at the world. Or eyes to be really round. It kind of makes her look less than human. Kind of. Who keeps her eyes open that wide? It's kind of a weird thing. Left eye's a little lower than her right eye. I'll just have to say that they designed her that way. Be more like a human. I'm gonna add some scars and debris and cuts. As I do, you know, do as a kid. So I was supposed to shoot this out the other day, but it's kind of late, a little late. I gotta shoot it out probably first thing Monday morning. But this is the other piece that's going with this one. You guys remember this, right? This is definitely more of a sketch. I'm putting a little more work into this piece. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's much easier to work larger like that. Yeah. Leave this up here so there's something to look at over here. Got pins on pins. See, I'm not used to having all this stuff anymore. All over the place. Man, the hair was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right. Let's get this going. I gotta finish this up so I can go play some Overwatch. So we can go to what? Oh, I don't know about all that. We'll see. my 2 is leaking. Let's see. Come on, baby, don't be leaking. Yep, it sure is. It's trash too. Remind me never to buy micron pins again. Half of them just started to leak on me. Kind of sucks. ICTK. Oh, thanks a lot. You mean that this was actually the first one? Yeah, I gotta loosen up a little bit. Oh, this will be a cool shape. Let's see. Even though I kind of penciled this, I'm still kind of designing on some levels. I mean, things can still be changed before you put them down in ink, you know? And how even afterwards, scan this bad boy in and just work over top of everything. But doesn't inspire me to loosen up. Let's see. Thanks for calling that out. It makes me realize when I'm pussyfooting around. There's like parachute cord wrapped around for the handle or something. It's funny. My art director is really into collecting knives, and he was like cord wrapping one of his knives at work. Maybe it wasn't at work. Maybe no, it was at home. And it's like you have to keep tension on it. And it slipped out of his hand, and the knife hit him right in his face. Like it was like so sharp though. It just created like almost like a paper cut. You had to get stitches. But yeah, that's nuts. So that's kind of how I just knew about the cord wrapped handles. What's going on? Oh, Line Hope, what's up, man? Quit WoW a few weeks ago. Can't say I missed doing. Yeah, I quit. I mean, I stopped playing as much WoW a while ago. I haven't played for a few months now. Great game. Legion was amazing. Has been amazing, but it was just killing my time. Like it was just a time sink for me. You know, right now I wanted to draw more. I wanted to get back into my Patreon and now streaming, which are gonna start going hand in hand. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really crazy to see how awesome that game still is after all this time, and that they keep making it, you know, just breathing life into it and making it a lot of fun to play. In my opinion, that's quite the achievement. I mean, there's no other MMOs on that scale that, I mean, at all, that have been around for so many years and are still relevant and still like they're the largest MMO. It's kind of crazy. Let's see if we can make this feel a bit like this one. Oh boy. You're right. I'm glad you said that because this is supposed to be more of a sketch than it is an actual illustration. So let me really loosen this up. You know what? All in on these. Come back in with my white pen and straighten those out. So it should be good on this. Come back with my brush. Well, if these were just silhouetted, yeah, I'll just use my brush. Not here though. Just keep it. See what I think later. Let's just see how I'm gonna handle this. Happy little accidents into a workable piece of art. Make these silhouetted, and I'll come back in with my white gel pen and knock the hair out. But it makes it a little easier to. I mean, I could literally just suggest them instead of trying to actually draw every single one. That's something I really battle with. Like I really fight with trying to overdraw everything. Again, that kind of harkens back to the chain thing I was mentioning. Why it's such a pain in the ass for me to pay chains, because I'm trying to overdraw them and make them feel super functional. Really doesn't have to be. One back here, kind of coming outward. So I want to add another one right here for the sketch underneath. Make two of them coming together. Let's see. Yeah, in-game rating was cool. It was a heavy commitment for sure, especially when you have 10 110s. Oh yeah, I'm having a great Saturday. I appreciate that. I'll be having a great Saturday as well. Techless. Hope I'm saying that right. Oh wow. C3H7C00H. See, I read that as Chechku, so I'm not sure if that's what you were intending, but do you have a preferred method of practicing your constructive anatomy? Yeah, you just do it a lot. My preferred method is to do it every day, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and the easier it'll come to you in a pinch, and the more you increase your mental library of poses and shapes and in the forms of the human body. I remember when I used to break everything down into primitive shapes, and I used to see artists just straight draw characters, and I didn't understand how they could do it, but they just have the knowledge. And once you have it in there, Kim Jong-gi is, I bring him up all the time, but he's a good example of someone who just has the knowledge of those things kind of embedded in his brain. It's like when you're a kid and you did something wrong and the teacher would make you draw something on the board over and over again so you remember it. Yeah, that works. That absolutely works. I'm gonna do the same thing with her hair here. And just knock it back with my white pen. It's gonna look weird until I add the white, but just bear with me. Trying to leave the edges untouched so I can know where the lines are and just kind of don't have to think about it again. Also need some separation between the hair on the side. I would like the tightly pulled hair in between the braids. It's looking like a Leah. Some of you young bucks probably don't remember Aaliyah. So let me show you how this white gel pen works. So the reason why I just kind of went all in on her shirt like this was because I knew I was going to come back and just be able to come back in here and kind of add some of those wrinkles and stuff via a gel pen. Yeah, so I mean, this is basically just a white jelly roll pen. Super cool pen. Let's see. Very cool for in that negative space. Knocking out those blacks, dark areas. Some acid to help you learn faster. Are you trying to? I'm not messing with no damn acid. Okay. All right, Domingo, take it easy, man. Hope you have a great rest of your night as well. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I don't have too much more to do. I think that what do you guys think about painting her leggings black as well? What's up, shoe thief? You stealing people's shoes, bro? That's hardcore. I think those leggings need to be black. And that line is going to stay white. That'll add a cool, kind of tied together. Her panties are white. If this was colored, it would be broken up nicely. Simple, but your most basic values. There's actually a word. I went to a Bill Perkins workshop a few months ago. I think it was a month and a half ago, something like that. Maybe it's longer, who knows. But he was talking about contrast and separating areas, and he used the yin yang as an example. How it was just solid black and solid white, but there's a name for just that. And then when you add like tones to it, like shadows, it made it look like more of a sphere. It gave it more shape. And I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Lion Hoof. My bad. The delay got the delay in the stream got the best of us. It's gonna take too long for those guys to respond, so I'm just gonna make them black. Whoops. Sure, little knee. I'll put it back in there. I just want to remind myself where that was. A little cut. I'm actually gonna paint around the little splatters. Maybe so. Like if I was like coloring this like comic style, all the stuff from the bottom, all this, just like these geometric shapes would just be red to suggest like the blood she's standing in. So I will leave those white anyway. Even being black and white, it'll probably start feeling like blood. You know, water wouldn't stick to you like that. I guess it depends on blood too. I guess it wouldn't soak into something like it. Depends on what this is made out of. This could be latex. Uh-oh. It's an old school comic book influence right there. Adding like the tooth edge to kind of make it feel slightly softer. Make it feel slightly round. Gives it a little texture. This is interesting. So I'll just put this in here, just like another reminder. When I come back in with that jelly roller, it won't matter, but now this is latex. She would have a white shine right down the center, like right here. And I'll put that in now, but I'm not going to. I didn't do it on the other leg, so I'm just gonna fill that in. You know, the white leggings did feel good too, actually. Let's see how just making the blood black could have worked as well. Let's see. Sorry, I'm missing some of these things. Yes, black with white stripes. No. That's funny. There's no proof of wrongdoing on your part. That's great. All right, that's to someone else. Oh, how do I practice on my pulse? Well, what do you mean? Yeah, leggings with black. Yeah, you're right. That would look dope as well. You are correct, my friend. Thanks, man. Thanks. She got some fat knees like Erica Badu. Maybe you guys know who Erica Badu is? You don't know, she got some fat knees. Yeah, I have Copic markers as well. I haven't used them in a while. Let's see. I got a whole drawer full of them. thickness. Yeah, it kind of balanced it out. But again, I could have balanced it out by making the blood black and the splatters black as well. But I don't know. I think it's just like, okay, like for example, look at this piece for as an example. I mean, like her shirt balances out her hair. It just kind of works. And when I erase all the like pencil line work out of here, it'll feel right. And I'll go back into that and add some white detail and break it up just like I did her shirt, and it'll feel cool. But it could have gone either way. I mean, that just goes to show you that. I mean, I'm just basically breaking up area sections with solid tones, and we're only working with 2 here, so it could have gone both ways. I like with this stuff, like this little techie stuff, I'm just gonna kind of freeball this stuff. Just gonna, might not even be the same on both their arms. Maybe she has different manufacturers, who knows? Maybe she's like a bootleg assassin robot. Cobbled together parts and such. Wait, I need to put a... Put some band-aids on her. She sucks at shaving her legs. If she has to shave her legs that high, then she's a hairy chick. Maybe she has one on her neck too. One peeking around the corner on this side. Maybe she ran through some thorn bushes. Who knows? A day in the life of an assassin. Not wearing proper gear. Oh, too bad. Yikes. Still kind of wet. Booty leg robot. You guys know what I like. I'm gonna recess this a little bit with a little depth. See into this one, and this needs to be extended a little bit. Wow. That. And maybe this is some type of flexible metal too, like, or some type of flexible alloy or something. This really shouldn't be able to bend. Those joints are not functional, they would just lock up. Or maybe something underneath of them twists and rotates. Maybe those joints are just there to give the appearance of the human silhouette. Who knows? And maybe she segmented like this so you can replace parts of it to get damaged. It's kind of like when you tie off a wound, maybe it's just, or like ships have, what do you call those huge separating walls so you can close them off if it starts to sink. They're called, man, why is it, well, help me out. Oh man, Ghost in the Shell didn't originate those things. They're called. Come on, they're called. Damn, it's gonna bother me. It's right on the tip of my tongue. What are they called, guys? You don't know? They're called bulkheads. That's what they're called. Never been on a really big ship. I've never been on a cruise ship. They're like floating apartment buildings. I saw them when I was in Bahamas. And they move surprisingly fast for their size. Oh no. I know my wife wants to go on a cruise. I'll have to do it. The ocean scares me though. It's so big. I'm not very adventurous. I do ride a motorcycle, but I'm not very adventurous. My wife wants to go skydiving. I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping out of a perfectly good plane. Can't pay me enough. Let's see. Yeah, those ships were huge. You guys prefer this better, like more zoomed in like this, or what? Stuff isn't good for doing big areas. Good for little small areas. They basically like line work and stuff. Some of that blood splattered up high. It's funny, people like when you see it happening, it looks weird, but when you have all these crazy shapes, it creates like motion, some kind of weird interest that people notice and kind of attach themselves to. I think it's cool. It is cool. I like all this stuff. All right, so this is good too because I was worried about painting the blood on the knives as black. It would feel really dark, but now I really don't have to do that because I've already decided to suggest that the blood is white. If I ever decide to color this, whoops, we'll be good to go. Vicious fool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Welcome, by the way. Let's see. Bryce. Bravada Toxica. Vicious Fool. Koto Bigno Vinny. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for the follow. It's an interesting name. You know what I'm gonna do? You know how I do, guys. I'm putting a band-aid on her mech stuff. Why not? In my world, mech, their mech parts feel pain. This little door right here. For what? Nothing. Just thought it would look cool right there. With all the details coming together in here, the face is looking really plain. Don't worry. It's not gonna stay like that. Cool thing about drawing this blood dripping down like this is that it kind of feels like my logo a little bit. What? Slow hands in. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate the donation. That's really cool. That's my first donation of the day. What? Thank you so much. And welcome. We got going on in here. Is largely eating and drinking. Yeah, I bet. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty sweet, right? Feel rich. It's really awesome. So you guys remember, half my donations this month are going to TACA, which is always forget what it stands for, but it's what is it called? It's a local autism charity that my wife found out about. Donated some like 50% of her proceeds from a recent Zumba event too. Let me go find it. I'll put a link to it. Taco, Orange County. Oh, let's talk about curing autism is what it stands for. And there's like if anyone's interested at all. Now, at least you know where 50% of that money's going. The rest of it is going to Starbucks because I need coffee. I need coffee in my soul. Can't function without it. You know, before I get too crazy and all this blood and stuff that's going on down here, which is not very important, I'm going to finish her face. Slow hands, and just got that message on my watch. I was about to ask you guys. So do you guys like seeing me draw traditional stuff, or do you prefer the digital? I don't want to put too much detail on her face because when you start adding a lot of line information to women's faces, they start feeling masculine or older. And I don't want her to feel old. Ah, that's cool. All right. Good answer. Ah, cool, man. Thanks. I enjoy it. Um, yep, this is going to one of my patrons. Um, if you guys are interested in me doing a ink sketch like this for you, then check out my Patreon link down at the bottom down there, and we can make that happen. So with me relaunching my Patreon recently, and I'm also getting into streaming, they kind of like crossing over each other right now. But I plan on bringing them back together for sure. Probably tomorrow I'll be working on one of my digital paints for my patrons, and I won't work on the whole thing here, but I'll do an hour or two, so you can kind of see what I'm working on. But the rest of that stuff will be done offline for multiple reasons. Some being that you can't show certain things that I paint on Twitch, and also because it's for patrons. Actually, this looks like a blood drip. There wouldn't be any back here, but I'm just gonna do it anyway because it's just I like the shapes. I'll put some more like this. Blood is dripping. Drops are hitting the water of the blood, splashing up. What possessed me to draw this diagonally on the page? I'm not sure, but it'll look weird when you frame it. If it does get framed, who knows? Trying to hang it or whatever. Slow hands in. If you want to see some of my digital stuff, you can check out some of the save streams. Remister, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate it. Man, you've been a dedicated donator since I've been starting here. Must have been that Kazakhstan piece I gave you in the Bahamas. No, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm sure Taka will appreciate it as well. There's a part of me that wants to, this is going to be weird. There's a part of me that wants to put some stubble here. So I'm going to do it. I just want to. All right. Most people won't see it. It's very fine. Matter of fact, I can't even see it on the stream. So, cool, man. Follow me so I can follow you back. All right, so I was thinking about leaving her pupils empty, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put some weird glassy looking eyes in there. Yep. Yeah, I can see how you guys this feels like Ghost in the Shell. At least definitely the anime, like those weird eyes she had. She didn't really have them in the movie. I'll give her a little bit of a I'll bring her cheeks in a little bit because it'll kind of give her a little bit more age. She looks really young right now. That should help a little bit. Her nose really long. I'll give her some under eyelids. That'll age her just a smidgen. And I'll give her. You guys probably can't see this detail, but I'm giving her stubble on the side of her head where it's shaved. But it seems like women typically have smaller foreheads than men because their hair kind of comes down further. Except for Rihanna. She's fine, but she got a big ass forehead. Again, I like the imperfection of that though. Like I like the fact that she has a big forehead. Just for the same reason I gave this chick big ears. I just don't like the idea of like perfect women. She's angry. She's just got a straight face, but she's angry. I had a little shading to her upper lip to make it feel like it's kind of at a different angle. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna make her whole lip dark. Maybe she's wearing lipstick. Yeah, she looks crazy right now. It'll look good, trust me. Just darken her whole lip. Different pen. It's not big enough. It's too big. We're gonna do this. I'm only really working with two tones, so it looks like she has a mustache. Oh, black lips. That might not be some people's flavor, but I like the black lips. It makes her look more sinister, but it needs to have a shine. So yeah, to look a little more mean to me. So when I scan this and upload it, you're going to see a lot of details you really can't see on this camera. Let me see if I can. No, it won't. Wait, I know what I'll do. Let's see. Let's go in here and turn it on autofocus. I get it close. You kind of see it's kind of at an angle, so here, but see the stubble. Focus. Focus. That well. You see the stubble a little bit. Boom, boom. Yeah, like I said, when I scan it, you'll be able to see a lot more information. So. The anime was good. Like we had this discussion. I didn't mind the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I know I'm kind of the odd man out with that. It seems like, but and of course I saw the anime. I own the anime. But it didn't bother me too much. So now I'm gonna suggest reflection in the blood down here. Something in there, something floating in there. So the reflection would just kind of go around it. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry, then I'm gonna come back in with the white and knock out some of those ripples in the blood. I'm also gonna play some of these things up a little bit more that are floating around in here. Maybe just the underside of them. Might have to color this one, I don't know. We'll have the blood kind of run down. Speckled across this guy's. Maybe this is just a skull. Maybe she ripped the skin off of someone. Just left their skull floating. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Actually, I don't like the way that's reading. I need to give it more shape. Things come into the foreground like this, they tend to just darken up. A few more details there. Almost be dry. Not all the way yet though. I'll come back in here, tighten her up a little bit. Oh, I gotta do knock out the cornrows in her with the white as well, so I won't get crazy up in here. She looks angry. Flavor down here. Getting the underside. Cast shadows from her thumb. The blade casting down onto her fingers. We'll be wrapping this up pretty soon. You guys got any questions? You got anything you wanna ask about this or anything else? Oh, wow, maybe you already did. So my brother never watched anime, but he liked the movie more than I did. The movie is so far. I'm sure it's so cool. The story was yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah, Netflix for sure. Hate on the movie before seeing it. She looks fierce. Thanks a lot. Yeah, she looks fierce. Alright. So kind of where she is. I got a little bit more cleanup work to do, but she's definitely fun to paint. She'd be fun to color too. Before I do the cleanup work though, when to check and see if it's dry, you can kind of look at it. You can kind of look at it at an angle, kind of see the wet spots still. But yeah, like her hair, there's still some wet spots in her hair. Everything else looks safe. Let's see. I say that, but watch. So it's be a big smear. And use these little blood drops here. Oh, I did the fingers last. I didn't even look at the fingers. Come back to that. Erase all the logo business out. So I mentioned early on the idea when you're just working with, oh shucks, looks like I smeared her hair. I'll get that out. I can get out with another kind of eraser or erasing it hard. Damn it! I just did it to her fingers. No. No. It's all right. Nothing I can't fix. I'm gonna find out the name of that before I get off of here today too, because now it's gonna bother me. Oh well, whatever. Let's just go. Let's get up in here. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm actually gonna do the final erasing pass when like tomorrow morning or something before I head out to the post office to ship this off. It also helps me see areas I need to kind of tighten up, because there was still line information there from the pencil. It's a tiny ass band-aid. These knives need some love. Oops. Now when you got a shaky hand. Just making the line weights more consistent around the piece. I surely be doing these knives with the pen though. So, almost there. Gotta put a line here. A little booty butt cheek. Oh, it's getting too fat. Leave that alone. I'll have to go back over that with some black. Hopefully our hair is dry enough for me to draw on these braids. This pen is acting up on me. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just enough to suggest something's going on there. And I'll probably even go back in with more black and mess around with those things. Add a few more ripples in the water here to really sell this as a. It's really pushing around black. Actually, gonna come in with something a little stronger than this for some of these ripples. Like I want a big white swath going through here. Probably should have done that when should have just left it out. Dry it off a little bit. Do we have any questions? So I warm up my hands before drawing. My hands don't get cramped, but I do kind of shake them out sometimes. And it depends on the angle. Like I don't work so elevated, so like the blood doesn't like leave my hands, where like some people who paint and their hands are always in an elevated position, their hands get numb and cramp up, and like this, it doesn't really affect me. But yeah, a lot of people say that they deal with that. But yeah, I kind of warm it up. I think while physically I'm kind of out of shape, if I worked out as much as I draw, I'd be a in shape beast, and I probably wouldn't fatigue. Like my hands don't fatigue because they're kind of conditioned to draw constantly. I've been doing it for so long. No form of carpal tunnel syndrome or anything yet. No craziness. My hands get a little numb sometimes when I ride my motorcycle, but I think that's just due to the vibrations. But no, I don't really have that problem. But yeah, shake them out, man. Relax them, hang them down, let some blood get in them. Lonin, welcome. And you said you're not planning to ever see it. All right, all right. Who's he asking here? Oh, here we go. By the way, Kendrick Concepts. Have you seen Vicious Fool stuff? He does these really cool, intricate pencil drawings. No, but I would love to see them. I would love to see them. Can you post them in here? It's a little weird. Cloning, am I saying that right? Some people do that. I can't do that. That would probably mess my hands, back, neck, my neck and my back. That would probably mess me up. But you know, each their own. Just adding some more scratches and imperfections. You know what she needs? You know what she needs? I know what she needs. She needs some love. She needs heart. She needs a heart. Sucks that it's right now, right in the middle, but you know what? You know what that means? It means I'm just gonna draw a lot of hearts. Got heart panties on. Fun hearts, fun times. Digital main, thanks man, I appreciate that. So Vicious Fool, let me see this art, man. Oh, too senseless. Came by from a shout out on Twitter. Oh, thanks a lot. Who shouted it out? Do you know? Oh yeah, Lion Hoof. Yeah, that incline will kill you, bro. Gotta watch out for that. But you know what else? I'm looking at this now and I'm seeing that the inconsistent line weights and that her butt just needs to be a little more. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something, something. And under here needs that same something, something. Maybe not to that degree, but you ever heard that Most Step song with Miss Fat Booty? Ass so fat that you can see it from the front. Yep. That's what I like to see. Man, this chick looks crazy. I don't care how tight her little dress shirt is with her little heart panties. If I saw her coming at me, the sex appeal would not win. I would roll out. And she got some big ears too. What? What? Maybe some scratches and stuff around the edges. Those are my scratches. They don't look like scratches, but at a quick glance, they could be anything. Something in here. It's the inside. A lot of fun. There's something else I want to add. I'm seeing areas that I think could benefit from a little more dark space. Something about this just makes me want to add a little bit more darkness in there. Darkness. Maybe the same thing will go for the wrist. Maybe that little area right there is just a separation. This one's a different shape. But remember, she's got bootleg gear on. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sign this baby. And call it done. I messed my R up. It just makes it more authentic. But like I mentioned, you guys can't see a lot of detail in this, I think. But let me zoom out so you can kind of see the whole thing. But I'll scan this, and you'll see a lot more information. On slide here. Working. Zoom out. Right. So there she is. So again, I'll scan this, and you guys check it out. Before I leave, though, I want to see. I'm gonna see if I can find the name of that black and white technique. It's not technique, it's just what it is. I'll tell you what, I'll find out what it is in my next stream, which will be tomorrow. I'll have it for you. But like I say every time, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the donations. The grievancer, and I believe it was Slow Hand Zen. I appreciate that. Do some crazy art, do some awesome stuff, get out of your comfort zone, enjoy the day, and do something nice for somebody. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.